Yes, this is the battle for second. Been raging all race. Spaghetti Chips about to lose his first position in the championship unless he can somehow make an overtake on Simpsy Danger. Simpsy Danger looking to Spaghetti Chips. Spaghetti Chips finishes second. Simpsy Danger finishes third. There'll still only be 5 points in the title, as I apologise for my internet not being able to broadcast the gameplay. Not enough room for Scooter Seb to overtake Spaghetti Chips. DRS has been disabled, I can confirm that now. Wet conditions with no traction control can often have severe repercussions, as we get a nice camera shot of Scooter Seb running over our camera. Scooter Seb keeping his gap to Spaghetti Chips, decreasing the gap, so he shall hopefully be attempting to make a pass. It's a nice battle. This battle has been raging all race long. We're in lap 19 of 28, just 10 laps to go here in China. A very small gap now, not enough to make a position just yet. Spaghetti Chips' McLaren getting a bit wide there, getting a bit frisky. So is the track. See standing water starting to appear off of the racing line. A gap of just 0.4 seconds to Spaghetti Chips as they come round to the short straight before the back straight, the very long back straight, where passes can be made, especially with this generation of Formula 1 car where they're very wide and the dirty air makes it very hard to keep a small gap and to make overtakes throughout the corners. So this could be Scooter Seb's opportunity to make an overtake on Spaghetti Chips. Got a lovely camera angle here. Spaghetti Chips diving down to the inside to break the toe, but Scooter Seb has got a lovely slipstream on Spaghetti Chips. Will it be enough? As he goes round the outside, Spaghetti Chips just defending from the inside of the turn, but we have Scooter Seb potentially looking down the inside, but not quite enough room there. Scooter Seb though on the main straight. There's yellow flags in sector 2. Simpsy Danger just running slightly wide through at the first turn. They run side by side into the first section. Spaghetti Chips just about defending, but Spaghetti Chips losing out his position to Scooter Seb, going down the inside. Scooter Seb will have the inside for the hairpin. Spaghetti Chips looking to make a switch back, but it might not work with Scooter Seb keeping him tight, keeping him tidy, and that puts Scooter Seb into second position. What an overtake by Scooter Seb there. Spaghetti Chips maybe trying to take a look down the inside of Scooter Seb on the exit of this corner. Both of them getting slight wheel spin there, but it's not going to be enough. Spaghetti Chips taking a peek down the inside through there, but it's not going to be enough. Lap 20 out of 28 here. And the race is going well. My Wi-Fi, not so much. We have 7 runners left of the original 10. Spaghetti Chips approaching the main straight. This is where the overtakes happen. Scooter Seb will be looking to defend. Come out onto the main straight. Spaghetti Chips having not so good of an exit. Half a second to make up on this straight. It's not going to be enough. The slipstream not quite enough for that DRS in these wet conditions, going through standing water is also stuff. But he gets lots of time on the braking. He goes around the outside. Will he be able to make the switch back to the inside? Not enough. Just not getting the traction down early. And he waits another lap, unless we have him going round the out, both going side by side through the first section like they did last lap. 21 laps, 20 laps have gone, just 8 laps to go here in China. I hope you're enjoying the race. If you are, hit the thumbs up and share, subscribe, whatever you want. Spaghetti Chips, they're getting very close to the back of Scooter Seb. Lots of sliding action there Tokyo drift around China, although Tokyo is in Japan, so we will have to wait till the Japanese Grand Prix, if there is a Japanese Grand Prix this season, because I don't know, I just keep forgetting the races, so I don't know what the race is until the day we do it. But Simsy Danger leading the race, Spaghetti Chips trying to gain time on Scooter Seb. Maybe he'll have the opportunity down the straight as they approach the straight now. Simsy Danger is in a world of his own, although Scooter Seb is closing the gap. It was 8 seconds, now it's just 7 seconds, but will it be enough to in it for the will he make up enough time to potentially make an overtake on Simsy Danger by their position? Spaghetti Chips now losing time to Scooter Seb. Just not enough time on that back straight. Trying to brake late, but not having enough room. Simsy Danger receives a 3-second time penalty there. Could that affect his race? And we're going to have a quick look at the race director to see if there's any incidents that have occurred recently. No major incidents apart from a 3-second time penalty from Nando, who is now DNF'd from the race. So Simsy Danger, the only person on the track with a time penalty. So the gap is really only 2.6 seconds between himself and Scooter Seb. Scooter Seb just needs to get within 3 seconds of him, and he will be in first position. Spaghetti Chips also, so if they can close the gap and make the room on Simsy Danger, that could mean Simsy Danger dropping to 3rd position, but it's highly unlikely, as Spaghetti Chips not keeping the pace up to Scooter Seb. Scooter Seb beginning to storm away here. 1-2 for Ferrari. I'd like to keep it that way, but only time will tell how this race ends with 7 laps to go. Sonar and Lawford both in the pits. Lawford getting held up by... No, Lawford having a front wing change and pulling out of the pits. Sonar already out of the pits. Not too much happening. The gap between Scooter Seb and Spaghetti Chips definitely increasing though. Not too much happening on the track as we get a nice view of the grandstand there. Bit of an internet issue for me. But if I am streaming the race, yes I am, but he just needs to find out how to get to it. I believe he is being informed by Liam Nason. Spaghetti Chips though, not actually losing too much time. Woomaloo though having a 55-second gap to Spaghetti Chips, so there's no chance as Spaghetti Chips laps his teammate Liam. Just a 1.5-second gap here. Scooter Seb not gaining enough time on Simsy Danger to take the win. And I don't think there's enough time left in the race to reduce the gap to under 3 seconds. And also to not get any penalties for himself. As we ride on board Spaghetti Chips. Heavy braking sections. In most of these turns here, very heavy on braking, and the line's very variable. All of the turns, most of the turns quite different, and it makes for an interesting race. Sorry, I was just checking something. The gap remaining about 1.5 seconds between Spaghetti Chips and Scooter Seb. That's unlikely to change as we move on to lap 24 of 28 here, 5 laps remaining. Scooter Seb though, the gap between himself and Simsy Danger just 5.3 seconds. Either way, it's looking like a Ferrari 1-2 here in China. But who will end up in first position? Simsy Danger, highly likely. But Scooter Seb could pull things back and take the lead. Very rainy weekend here this evening. And McLaren Delwatt, hashtag McLaren Delwatt, is on the steering wheel of Spaghetti Chips' McLaren. Spaghetti Chips potentially shortening the gap here to just 1.2 seconds. That's about 0.3 seconds in the last lap. But will it be enough? We have yet to find out. Liam Nason being the only person to done 4 laps, done 4 stops, and is a lap down from the person in 6th. It's highly unlikely he's gonna not be finishing in P7. The race hasn't really gone his way this evening. Neither did qualifying. Spaghetti Chips being the only one on a 1 stop, and unless he pits now, he's highly likely to be ending on that tyre. Spaghetti Chips has moved up 6 positions since the start of the race, obviously not setting a qualifying time as it was worthless. Scooter Seb in 5th position. Currently a lot of lag being experienced now. Sorry for that. Having a gap of nearly 2 seconds now between himself and Scooter Seb. If you want to start racing on this league, feel free to apply. Just go on the website F1 League Hub. Don't search up F1LH because you come up with Lewis Hamilton's Twitter, as I found out the other day. But yeah, so if you want to apply to race F1 League Hub, we're always looking for more racers, wanting to expand our reach, because a race of 10 cars is half as exciting as a race of 20 cars. And if you apply, please try to be as consistent, as available as you can for when we race every Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock start time. Yellow flags in sector 3. Do not know why that is. That's Lawford spinning out, and he's nearly hit the Ferrari of Simsy Danger on the back straight. Spaghetti Chips passing, overlapping Lawford there. The fastest lap of the race is a 1:36.701, which was set by Nando the Destroyer before his untimely end to the race, before the checkered flag was waved. And obviously in Canada, hopefully these checkered flags will be waved the right lap rather than a lap before, as they did at Montreal. And Lawford has just received a 5-second stop go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Of course, he will only the 5 seconds will be added onto his time at the end of the race, and he will not have to carry out his stop go penalty. And because we do not agree with that rule in this league. Oh, I did not make the rules though. That would be Booster and the Harry Boots. Booster not being able to race tonight. I mean, yes, Booster not racing tonight, unfortunately. But we continue here with Simsy Danger looking to win the race with just 2 and a bit laps to go. Lap 26 here of 28. Let's watch the man in front. Liam Nason just receiving a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, as well as Lawford. Lawford currently in 6th position. It wouldn't matter if he served his stop-go penalty, because he would not lose the position to Liam Nason. So would Liam Nason. If he did the stop-go penalty, he would not concede any positions, as he is currently in last place. Sorry about that. I was just a bit curious as to something. Sonar gaining time on Wimlu for 4th position. Wimlu, the birthday boy, not highly unlikely to get on the podium unless there is a crash towards the final stages of this race. as things wrap up. Scuderia getting a 3-second time penalty, so Spaghetti Chips is currently in second place. If things carry out as they are, Simsy Danger needs to not get any more penalties for him to stay in first position. Scuderia Seb unlikely to make up 2.5 seconds in the last 2 laps of the race. Lap 27 here. Sonar gaining time on his teammate Wimelu. Wimelu will be wanting to finish 4th though, as that would result in a brilliant finish on his birthday. And the gap getting very tight here, very close, near contact here as we come out onto the main straight. Going to be very close. These 2 cars on exactly the same tyres, on exactly the same. Going down the inside, will he make the position? Sonar overtakes Wimelu, but will he be able to make it step into the braking zone? Sonar is it's gonna be hard to keep track of these 2. Sonar on the inside, Wimelu not being able to make the room for the switchback position, and Sonar has 4th position. Wimelu 5th out of 7 now. Simsy Danger coming onto the main straight now. Wimelu conceding the position as we're about to move on to the final lap, going nearly too wide into the first turn and corner complex. Will he be able to make the position? There's yellow flags in sector 3. Has Simsy Danger had an incident? No, he hasn't. Sonar having a bit of an issue. And that is Liam Layson who's gone off the track into the braking zone. Wimelu getting very close behind his teammate Sonar. Wimelu will be looking to regain his position. With just 1 lap left, final lap of the race. Will he have time? We move on to join the race leader and potentially race winner, Simsy Danger. Spaghetti Chips though needs to not lose 1/10 to Scuderia Seb this lap for him to gain 2nd position. But at the rate it's going, Spaghetti Chips will end up on 3rd position on the podium. Yes, that's going to be highly unlucky for him. Simsy Danger defending his position of 1st. As we move into the final lap, Sonar still defending from Wimelu. Wimelu not going to be able to make up that position, or highly unlikely to anyway. Although there is, yes, about a 2nd gap between them. I don't think there's enough time left in the race for that to be made up, but we ride on board Simsy Danger with a lovely camera angle that reminds me of a BMW Z3. But anyway, approaching the final sector here. Or maybe he's in the final sector. Yes, through the final sector. There's yellow flags in sector 2. But we do not need to worry about that, as on the final straight we have Simsy Danger, the race leader. Coming down the main straight, Spaghetti Chips. Scuderia Seb in 2nd. Spaghetti Chips in 3rd. That's the way it's looking to stay. Wimelu, having conceded his position to Sonar, will finish a relatively good 5th. Through the 2nd last turn goes Simsy Danger, approaching the final turn. There's a nice jumbo jet flyby as the race checker flags are waved, and Simsy Danger wins the Chinese Grand Prix, round 5 of the Season 2 F1 League Cup. Scuderia Seb finishing in 2nd, Spaghetti Chips in 3rd, Sonar approaching the line to finish in 4th, but he's still got some ways to go. Liam Nason and Lawford approaching the checkered flag before Sonar or Wimelu. Nice camera angle here of the Red Bull. Bit of a wobbly harness, and Liam Nason goes wide on the final lap of the Grand Prix. Just trying to take it easy, I'd have thought. You don't want to end up off the race currently. Lawford crosses the line. Now we join a nice onboard shot of Liam Nason as he approaches the finish line. And that's checkered flags for him. Now Sonar on the final back straight for the final time this evening, looking to keep his 4th position with a gap of 1:09 to the race leader, to the man in front, Spaghetti Chips. Wimelu not gaining enough time on Sonar as we join Sonar to cross the line, and Wimelu crosses the line just behind him. And that brings an end to the race here in China. That was a good race. A lot better than Singapore. A lot better Wi-Fi than Singapore. And a very good battle. See the Ferrari 1-2 on the podium. And Honda outfit taking 3rd place. Simpsy Dangers, Liam Lason's wheel broke. Okay, time to invite the 2 people. Simpsy Danger not being able to be interviewed tonight. Harry Blue's playing a Assetto Corsa. Now we invite Scooter Seb and Spaghetti Chips to a party. To interview the race winners: Simpsy Danger, Scooter Seb, Spaghetti Chips, Sonar, Wimley, Lawford, and Liam being the finishers of the Chinese Grand Prix. And the Simpsy Danger will take the lead of the standings. And we join the men in 2nd and 3rd. Also remember to enable your voice to be shared in the chat so that everyone watching can hear.
Hello, hello. Party settings. Always allow your voice to be shared. Always allow. Party settings. Always allow your voice to be shared. Always allow.
Always allow. Sorry about that.
Alright, Hugo, start.
Okay,
The
so
question says Simpsy cannot join.
yes, Simpsy having a bit of a easy win there, dominating the whole race pretty much. I'm going to be honest, but yeah, so it was a long battle between you guys. It nearly lasted the whole race.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah,
Intense.
I would say intense at times, but I wouldn't say the whole race because my medium chassis, I think, kind of helped me there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were doing that as soon as you said you weren't setting a lap, and I was like, no, because I spun on my first lap in qualifying, and it wrecked any chance of getting on the front row.
Yeah. So I think it was a good race though.
Yeah,
Personally, we
it
had
was.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Like, just battling, it's terrific.
Yeah, 3 DNFs though, and there were only 10 drivers to start with. That was a bit bad because, you know, more cars, the more action.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame. Like, a lot of new drivers, they've joined the league and they're not really racing, so we kind of need to get some more people in and more people racing, because it's kind of a shame, because, you know,
yeah,
it's
so
a good one.
Share this message and get more people to join the league. But
Yeah.
is there any questions you have? Anything you think I should ask?
Well, Seb, I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
Why did you dive bomb me into the first corner?
Well, basically, I was alongside, and I was literally screaming down my, because I was like, because I was oversteering into turn 1. I was like, oh, this is gonna end bad, and I thought, I didn't know whether we made contact or not, so I slowed up a bit, but I didn't know whether to let you pass or not.
Okay.
But, yeah. I was stuck behind like Nando's quite a lot, and he was weaving on the straight, and that was so crazy because he almost took me out like lap 5.
Simpsy almost took me out by lag.
Yeah, he was lagging. I heard like quite a lot. I don't know.
Mm.
Nando got a bit annoyed with himself when he crashed though. If you saw I don't know if you saw in the chat, but
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
yeah. So should we wrap that up there then?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that was a good Grand Prix. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.